Travis Smith is the founder of Tribevest.com. I absolutely love this platform. This is essentially a company that allows investors to form their own LLC, essentially what he calls a tribe, and to pool money together to invest in projects, assets, real estate investments, private businesses, really whatever you want that you can find, and really pulling together money from close friends, family members, colleagues to really invest alongside of one another and to do deals. This is really great because there's a lot of deals, even deals that we do that have minimum thresholds. And so let's say you want to diversify your portfolio across multiple assets, but everyone has a large minimum. It makes it really difficult to diversify, especially if you want to be in the alternative space. And so what Tribevest is really doing is helping investors that want to do that and want to be diversified so they can build their own tribe and put smaller amounts of money across multiple deals by building and forming a tribe together. This was a really, really great interview. I love to hear his story and just even as an entrepreneur, kind of how this got started. I think you're going to really love that as well. Let's get into it. Travis, welcome to the show, man.
Ellis, thanks for having me. Been looking forward to this.
All right. So, dude, I've been looking forward to this. I think what you've when you see an idea and you're like, dang it, I wish I would have come up with that.
I've heard that before. Yeah.
Awesome idea. So I'll give 30,000 foot view. We're going to kind of dive into this, but what is Tribevest?
So thanks again, Ellis. Travis Smith, founder and CEO of Tribevest. We've reverse engineered a very proven strategy when it comes to investing in real estate and any investing, really any private assets. And that's group investing. So we didn't invent group investing, but we built the platform that streamlines everything. You think about what goes into the idea of forming an investor group. And we've just made it super easy, made it easy to file the LLC, configure your operating agreement, align with your members. And then, the big magic here is a transparent dashboard where all the members can get access to all the documents, all the conversations, the banking accounts, your cap table. It's all right there. Again, we've taken kind of an old proven idea and, made it super streamlined, easy, and transparent. Tribe vesting.
Yeah, you said group investing. I think it's now called tribe investing, man. I think
that's it. Yeah, that's right.
Word. So just to recap, everyone, essentially, if you haven't checked it out, tribe vesting, that's what tribe. What's your website?
Tribevest.com.
Tribevest.com. Essentially allows folks to come in and invest together, and frankly, I mean, this helps. I think all across the board. One of the reasons we started our firm was to give kind of access to great quality assets to kind of ordinary investors. In some ways, we're kind of on the same mission, right? Because, typically a lot of these bigger private placement deals, rather that be real estate or private equity or whatnot, typically has kind of some big minimums or big hurdles to overcome. Investing in one LLC allows folks to meet those requirements because now you could maybe get to $1 million and only have $50K of your own money in a deal.
100%. That's exactly right. Yeah, we're definitely aligned on our mission and giving access to true wealth building assets and putting people in a position to take ownership in those types of investments. You're doing it, and then we're a nice complement. Like to your point, there's the different thresholds of entry, capital thresholds of entry could be as high as $1 million. Could be $500,000, could be $100,000, could be $50,000, could be $25,000 to invest in any types of investment, but real estate syndication, I think we see a lot of $25,000, $50,000, $100,000 minimums. And not that your audience can't invest in those. It's, what we're seeing more and more is this opportunity for them to come together with their tribe and invest in more deals. They don't want to just do one or two a year. They're finding great deals and they want to do them all. So with their 5 friends, 10 friends, whatever it might be, instead of doing 1 or 2 deals a year, they're doing 5, 10, 15 deals a year.
Yeah.
And so, invest in something you wouldn't or couldn't on your own. Yeah. But also invest in more deals more often with your
Yeah.
tribe too.
I think it's brilliant, man. And I mean, the idea seems it's simple, and that's why I love it. It's just so simple. It's like, yeah, it makes sense. Why, how come this hasn't been around? So that's what I want to get into, man. I want to back up a little bit, talk about you, the entrepreneur journey, and where this idea came from, and kind of where you see it going.
Right on. Yeah. So, it's funny. My journey started back. I graduated in finance from Ohio State University, was recruited and trained by Morgan Stanley in New York City. We had a big interest in trying to figure out how to build wealth. And I thought it'd be really cool to help others build wealth too, as a financial advisor. And I quickly realized that that was not the industry to do that. It was more about selling different stocks, investment products to people versus really helping them find financial freedom. And I say I was saved by software. My career took me into financial tech industry, enterprise software, where throughout my career, I was working in that space. Really, when Tribevest came to be, I was at my destination job. I was with a company called Jack Henry and Associates. I was heading up strategic alliances in the enterprise payments space. And one of my partners was a company called Acorns. So helping them leverage ACH technology, turning non-investors into investors by helping them move Acorns, again, via ACH transactions into a brokerage account, which was pretty cool.
Right.
In parallel to that, and even winding the clock back 13, 14 years back to the Great Recession, my brothers and I, again, had good jobs. We had our 401ks, but we just realized that was never going to be enough. And we wanted to invest in real estate. That was our goal. But as we were trying to do it on our own, we were realizing that it was easier said than done. I mean, you go back to that time period, there was less syndications available. There were less communities, less podcasts like yours to educate you. We didn't know where to go and where to, what to do and where to start. And then when you talk about how do you break into real estate, you need capital, which we didn't have. Again, we had good jobs. We just didn't have capital to invest in real estate. So on a fishing trip that we couldn't afford, we kind of had our aha moment. And we said, listen, let's form an investor group, pull our capital, and one investment turned into another. And by forming and funding that investor group with my brothers, it unlocked a future we could have never dreamed of. Eventually, Ellis, people started asking us, how are you doing all these deals? And they figured it out. They're like, wait a minute, I have a tribe. I have people that are like-minded. We have similar investment goals. And so can you help us form an investor tribe, investor group too? And that's when we set out to build the platform we wished we had, because we stumbled through the whole thing. It was awful. We did everything wrong. That's why we built the platform we did.
That's amazing. I love that kind of started, and I think that's what every good idea, right? It's like, this is a need. Clearly it's a need. If I have the problem, someone else must have the problem. It's what entrepreneurs get paid to do, solve huge problems. So kudos to you. So then back to Tribevest, and I'm here on the website. Man, I just am still pissed that I didn't come up with this idea. It's just so good. I mean, typically when I'm thinking of this, so help me understand some of the other values of Tribevest. So maybe folks are not just investing in syndications, but let's say me and my partners wanted to go buy, I don't know, just buy an asset. I mean, tell me some of the other ways folks are kind of tribing together, and and what they're doing on your platform. Maybe I'd love to just kind of hear some other uses of how people are utilizing this idea.
You nailed it. We're investment agnostic, and we like it that way. We feel like it's a big differentiator out in the marketplace. We're a perfect complement, even to your mission and to any other investment platform out there. And by staying neutral, we can just focus on the utility of helping people form and fund and manage their investor tribe. So, and what that does is we get to see all sorts of cool applications. As you can imagine, real estate is a big application. Vacation homes, short-term rentals, flip tribes, those are more on the active side. And then we see a ton of people investing into syndications with their tribe, as we discussed.
Could you like
So
go and buy a building itself? I mean, with it, like, tell me, if we say, hey, we locate this duplex across the street, typically you would form an LLC and have, in that way, I mean, you're kind of going through an attorney. Would this kind of help you do that just online? I mean, could you do it this way, or is this typically forming an LLC and placing that somewhere else?
right. So, it really comes down to how simple the tribe is, right? So as soon as you start to get into multifamily, it starts to look more like a syndicate, right? So single family rentals, maybe a duplex, there are tribes coming together and, making those active investments together. But as you know, depending on how big the project is,
Right.
you get outside of
You don't want to
the
start selling securities.
simple,
Right. Exactly.
then all of a sudden, the key here is everybody that's part of your tribe is an active member, is an active owner in the LLC.
Right.
And then together they're figuring out where to deploy that capital. So that's the big difference. And again, the simplicity here.
And
But
how do
real
you
estate's a big
monitor
one.
that at all? Like, is there a way to someone, I mean, if the SEC were to kind of say, let me get eyes into this LLC and see, I mean, have you ever had a case like that yet where the SEC's come knocking and say, hey, let me actually kind of see what's going on here and how you've protected against that for investors?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't yet, but it's built into the system in terms of the compliance, meaning you're configuring your operating agreement, right? So it has whether you're member managed or manager managed in that operating agreement. It shows, the activity of the active owners, what's our voting threshold? What are we voting on? And then on the platform, you can propose motions and vote, and you have record of all this stuff. And that's the key. You just want to make sure that you have record of all of it. And that's one of the big benefits that Tribevest brings, is it's all right there.
Well,
Right?
Trevor, what if I have 15K in, another partner has 25K in, and someone else has 50, in terms of how that then gets distributed, either cash flow or equity on the back end? Is that kind of your portal helping with that, with the cap tables, et cetera?
Absolutely. We're managing and recording the capital coming in from each member, and managing the cap table on a simple cap table of ownership percentages. And then that, of course, based on the operating agreement, dictates, distributions and what you've agreed to along the way.
The operating agreement is tied to some type of.
That's all in the platform.
The operating agreement is tied to some type of algorithm on your system, right? So if we click this button, then that kind of shares with your algorithm what to do. Am I kind of getting that?
That's right. Yeah, that's right. So you're the one that's configuring the operating agreement. We're not attorneys. There's lots of templates. We have over 1,000 tribes launched on the platform. And then, we do recommend you do go to your attorney for a document review, but that's way less expensive than starting from scratch with an attorney, as you know.
100%.
But yeah, all those things are managed. And then getting back to the original question, what you invest in is completely up to you, whether it's real estate, Bitcoin, a lot of people investing in startups, whether they're convertible notes or some other type of vehicle to get into a startup, people getting into private equity, collectibles, racehorses, art, you kind of name it, cars, whatever you wouldn't or couldn't do on your own, there's people coming together. And that's the key, Ellis. I think, when you were asking, give me some of the other benefits of tribe vesting. Well, the other benefits are all the other different asset classes that you can level up to with your tribe. But the real benefit of tribe vesting is that leveling up. I think all of our tribes have that in common. It's more than just a transaction. It's more than just getting over a threshold. It's, hey, I wouldn't be doing this investment without my tribe. And therefore we're learning, we're doing something new. In fact, together, collectively is where we get our confidence. Collectively is where we get our know-how. collectively is where we get our network of deals and we talk about those deals. And by experiencing, actually going out and doing is how our tribes are learning. So, my brothers and I always say you can take our whole portfolio away and we're still wealthy, meaning we've learned how to do these things. We're actually an investor, and we could do it all over again.
Yeah, I love that. It's not just we're going to go buy deals together, but you're learning. It's part of the tribe mentality, right? We're coming together as a community to really learn. In terms of being able to join other people's tribes, like, is it just you kind of? I guess my point is it kind of decentralized where everyone forms their own. Is there a way for if I wanted to promote my tribe because we focus on this and have people on the internet come in, is it have that capability yet, or is it just kind of go create your own with your own people?
Right now it's bring your own tribe, which is great. And again, it does get to that spirit of, let's grow and do this together. And, we're making investing social, right? Like people are having a good time. Think of, fantasy. We have a lot of fantasy football groups that are taking it to the next level. And, people want to do cool things with the people they care about most. And what's cooler than building wealth? Bring your own tribe is definitely a huge application for us, whether it's friends, family, extended network. But where we are seeing, a ton of people meet each other to form tribes, it's less about promoting your tribe and inviting people into it. Again, you start to get into some gray area there.
Sure.
But where people are meeting people that they maybe they don't know yet, are these communities out there that exist. We actually met through Jim Pfeiffer of Left Field Investing, a great community of people that are out there analyzing and looking at different syndication deals. And those communities are getting tight. They're close.
Yeah.
They're leaning in. They're all like looking at different deals. And then when they look at these deals, they're like, hey, we should form a tribe and get into this deal. Maybe it's $500,000 and I wouldn't have done it on my own, but I met you through Left Field Investing or this community. Let's form a tribe and do this. So anyway, those are kind of the most common places for finding your tribe. It's less about promoting, your tribe and recruiting people publicly, but using it as a way to bring people in from your circle.
In terms of how it works, Travis, so I see on your website you have like a monthly, or you could kind of do an annual subscription. Is that how you guys charge? Just a fee to essentially manage the LLC, or is there other kind of how does it work for someone to come in and actually start a tribe?
Yeah, I mean, as you see there, it's $29 a month if you buy the annual contract. That includes your onboarding. So you come in, you build your tribe, you put your mission, your name, you set your goals, and then we take you through setup, meaning you got to file your LLC, what state, configure your operating agreement, and then onboard your members, right? And we have an onboarding team that helps you do this. So this is all for that $29 a month if you purchase annually, or $39 a month. But what's not included is the state fee. So, depending on, where you're filing, that's anywhere from $90, or if you're, in California, it's $800.
800, yeah.
And we can help, help share with you some best practices there and what other tribes are doing, but everything's included in that. And the dashboard, right? And so now everything that you have to communicate with your tribe, assemble your tribe, you store all your documents there. You can chat, you can discuss deals, you can vote, have a record of that vote, your business banking account. So within minutes of getting your LLC back from the state, which again, it happens all on the platform, we're opening up an FDIC insured business bank account. Ellis, we literally have people that are finding deals, forming their tribe, onboarding their tribe, pulling capital, opening up their FDIC insured business bank account, and doing the deal within 48 hours.
Wow.
So that's how quick, you can move if your tribe is ready to move, right?
So
So the
because that was my
technology
next
will let you
question in
move as
terms of
fast as you
banking.
need.
So where do the funds get stored? Is it on your platform? Is it in a bank that's third party that maybe it's integrated? Explain that.
Yeah, it's on it's on the Tribevest platform, and we do have a a partner bank on the back end that's FDIC insured, federally insured bank, but it's all your operations, the full serviceness of a bank is all right from your Tribevest dashboard,
Got it.
which
But we
again
have
is key
but
for
users have the
transparency.
ability to withdraw or deposit funds at will.
Absolutely. Yep. And
Yeah.
it's all recorded. We manage that business ledger, the cap table for you. You can wire, funds in and out. You can
Yeah.
ACH the funds in and out. And again, tracking it all.
Travis, how big's your team?
We're a small team, 15,
Really?
yeah, full-time members on our team. We just raised a $3 million seed round, and we're on our way to our Series A in 2022. We're growing fast.
How much
In
will you
20,
rate in your Series A?
well, we'll see, but it'll be significant. We've
Yeah.
got a lot of attention out there.
Yeah. How big, man?
Big.
Like a couple hundred?
No, no.
You don't
But
need that big.
just if you look at just kind of normal Series A's out there, our growth trajectory is fantastic, and we're just excited about
What's your
what's
vision,
coming in
man? Like, you gonna
2022.
take this public? Do you want to exit? Like, what? I mean, as an entrepreneur, I'm just curious. Like, where do you, did you ever think it would become this? And that's my first question. Did you ever think it'd become this big? You're about to do a round A. What do you think?
Yeah, man, it's one of these things where never a doubt. We were playing the infinite game from the beginning. It's such a big idea. And if, you either believe in 5, 10 years, collaborative investing, multiplayer investing is going to be a norm. I mean, we think, 20% of people's investable assets should be going in with their tribe, right? Because of what that represents. If you're investing with your tribe, you're leveling up, you're getting into new asset classes. Yeah, collaborative investing is going to be how you do, how you invest in the future. And we're playing the infinite game.
That's cool.
We expect to have literally over 1 million tribes on our platform over the next 10 years.
Wow, that's the goal, 1 million tribes. Right now I see 655, so some work to do, but no doubt you'll get there. And then I'm just curious, man, like, what do you wanna exit? You wanna go IPO? I mean, what is your, where, in 10 years, what is your, from just a business ownership standpoint, I'd love to hear.
Yeah, we want to leave a dent in the universe here, man. So probably IPO would be the most ideal exit, but again, playing the infinite game here, we think we can impact millions of people and generations. Generations of helping what was the middle class wealth ceiling and breaking through that. And
Gosh,
so
that's
yeah,
so key,
we're
man. I
going big.
mean, yeah, I love that. I mean, I just think it's so, that's why I love this vision, because, now people, and honestly, I think it's a good collaboration because it maybe allows us to, keep our minimum at a threshold that makes sense from an accounting standpoint, but still allow the vision of, hey, ordinary people, anybody can come in and be a part of these deals.
Yeah, I
For
mean, there's a reason why there's those minimums, right? You guys have to operate, efficiently, and I know you get it all the time. Like, hey, can I bring my cousin in? And
Yeah,
can we split in your Tribevest? Is you just say, yeah, absolutely. You
yeah.
should
Here's
form an
Tribevest.
investor
Yeah.
tribe with Tribevest, and yeah, let's do this.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Travis, this is so great, dude. Listen, you need to be at like every, and maybe not you, but you need more representation, man, across like the real estate syndication space. Like, I don't think enough people know about
Help
it.
me. Let's do it.
Like, you need, because here's the thing, man. You have an amazing product. And this is you and I just talking now. I mean, this will still be on the show, but what I'm saying is, like, it's that analogy of in the gold mining era and everyone kind of rushed to the gold mines. Well, the guys who got rich, man, were the guys who were selling the pickaxes and the shovels. And a lot of people talking about, syndications. I mean, that's me too. I'm the gold miner. I'm the idiot trying to gold, mine gold, and here you are selling a great service. So, you get that's how you get to a million, man. Is you need these groups. There's thousands of them now, right? Who this would be a huge service for sure.
Yeah, thank you. And we're early on, as you know, but we do see that, and any help, helping us spread the word, and would love to entrepreneur would love to hear more about, because that industry better
Yeah.
and inside and out. So it'd be
Yeah.
fun to have that
Yeah.
that conversation for sure.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. And I can't wait to support this more and more. I think this will be huge. Be huge for our investors. I'm excited that's why I want to have you on. I wanted to understand it a little bit more and then be able to kind of really give this or provide this to our investor base. And I think there's a lot of folks in my position that would want the same thing, because 50 or 100 grand is a lot of money. If you want that diversification or give that to your investors, this makes it a very easy way to do that. And honestly, I think about it from a marketing standpoint. If one guy's like, man, okay, the threshold's 100 grand, I really want to invest with you, and they could maybe only do 50. Well, then guess what they do? They go bring in a buddy. Hey, help me hit this threshold. And now instead of getting one investor, you have two investors, or maybe you have three investors who get to experience your company. And so I think it's a win-win all across the board.
Yeah, I mean, you nailed it. That's one of the most exciting things about this business is the organic virality that comes with it, right? And you have clients that you like to work with, right? And how do you get more of those? Well, you have them form tribes with their friends and come and experience everything with your company. And Tribevest does exactly that. And what we're seeing is 20% of the members that were brought into a tribe go on to start a new and additional tribe. And that's a little bit what you would experience with this approach too. They'd have a good experience, a good deal, they want to do another one.
Travis, this is so cool, man. I really appreciate this. So tribevest.com, guys, if you want to go learn more about this, tribevest.com. Travis, any other place, man, to either go follow your journey or just to get connected?
Tribevest.com is the best place. You can check us out on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, or just Tribe Trav. And then on Facebook, you can also find us there.
Twitter. What's your Twitter account look like these days, man? I'm trying to work this.
It needs some work, man. We're just getting started.
All right, Trav. Tribe. Let's check this out. Tribe. We talk a lot about Twitter on this show, so that's the only reason I'm taking the time to do this. Tribe Trav. I don't follow you.
You're gonna embarrass me, man.
No, hey man, hey guys, go give this man some love. You're doing pretty good. You have 176. Okay, never mind, maybe not so good, but hey, this is why you come on the show. Well, hey, cool, man. I'm really looking forward to staying connected, at least on Twitter. So, thanks again, guys. If you enjoyed this, make sure you help us share this show. Go follow Travis, and think well to everybody. Talk soon.
Enjoyed it, Ellis. Thanks, man.